Howdy, hello, and welcome to our 7th podcast episode. Walt's Redemption, a gritty tale of race, revenge, and friendship. I am Timothy, and I am here with my dear friend Thomas. Today, we're going to talk about Gran Torino. There will be spoilers. Gran Torino is a 2008 American drama film directed by Clint Eastwood about Walt Kowalski, a retired Ford factory worker and Korean War veteran who befriends his Hmong neighbors in a gang-ridden neighborhood. After initially rejecting them, he helps them navigate the dangerous streets while dealing with his own prejudices and health issues. Well, Tom, so did you like Gran Torino?
Hello, Timothy. I did indeed enjoy Gran Torino. It was quite a moving film with some really touching moments between Walt and his Hmong neighbors. The story explores themes of redemption, prejudice, and the power of friendship in overcoming adversity. Clint Eastwood's performance as Walt Kowalski is just superb. You can feel the weight of his character's past experiences on him, yet you also see glimpses of hope and humanity shining through.
I couldn't agree more, Thomas. Gran Torino was a truly captivating film that managed to balance humor, drama, and action quite skillfully. Although I must admit that I wasn't as emotionally invested in the story as you seemed to be. The characters were well developed, but something about the plot just didn't resonate with me on a personal level.
Oh, come now, Tim. You can't deny the power of Clint Eastwood's direction and screenplay. He managed to craft a story that was both heartwarming and gut-wrenching at times. The way he explored the complexities of Walt Kowalski's character was simply masterful.
I can appreciate the film's technical merits, Tom, but as for its impact on me emotionally, well, it just didn't hit home in quite the same way. Maybe it's because of my own life experiences or personal preferences. I don't know. All I can say is that while I found Gran Torino to be a competently made film, there were parts where I felt myself becoming disconnected from the narrative and its characters.
Well, we all have different tastes when it comes to movies. Some people may connect more with certain themes or storylines than others. But what I think is important about Gran Torino is that it managed to tell a story that was both culturally relevant and thought-provoking without being preachy or overly political. And I believe that's something we can all appreciate, regardless of our personal preferences.
You have a point there, Tom. It's always refreshing to see films that tackle sensitive issues in a respectful and nuanced manner. Despite my reservations about the film's emotional impact on me personally, I can certainly appreciate its overall message of redemption and understanding between different cultures.
Absolutely. Now, let's talk more specifically about the plot of Gran Torino. One of the things I found most interesting was how it explored the dynamic between Walt and his Hmong neighbors. Initially, Walt is quite prejudiced against them due to his own experiences during the Korean War and his general distaste for change in his community. However, as he gets to know them better and sees their struggles firsthand, he begins to develop a deeper understanding and empathy for them. This shift in his character was handled remarkably well by Clint Eastwood. You could really see the transformation happening right before your eyes.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. The relationship between Walt and his Hmong neighbors is truly the heart of this film. It's a story about two groups of people from very different backgrounds finding common ground and learning from each other. And while there are certainly moments of conflict and tension, ultimately it's their shared experiences that bring them closer together. This is exemplified by scenes like when Walt teaches Theo how to drive the Torino, or when he stands up against the gang members who threaten his neighbors.
Indeed, Tim. These moments really showcase how far Walt has come in terms of overcoming his prejudices and embracing his newfound role as a mentor and protector to those around him. But what I think is also important about this story is that it doesn't shy away from showing the darker aspects of both Walt's past and the world he lives in. The film addresses issues like PTSD, gang violence, and racism head-on, all while maintaining a sense of hope and redemption for its characters.
Yes, that's true, Tom. Gran Torino does an excellent job of balancing the grittiness of its subject matter with moments of levity and human connection. And I think this balance is largely due to Clint Eastwood's direction. His ability to blend comedy, drama, and action seamlessly creates a rich tapestry that truly engages the audience on an emotional level.
Absolutely. The way he uses humor to lighten the mood during some of the more intense moments in the film is masterful. It allows us as viewers to release some of the built-up tension without completely breaking the spell that he's cast over us. And then, when things get really dark or emotional, those moments pack an even greater punch because we've been lulled into a false sense of security by the humor earlier on in the film.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. Now, while I may not have personally connected with Gran Torino as deeply as you did, there's no denying that it's a crafted and thought-provoking film. It raises important questions about race relations, the legacy of war, and our ability to overcome the demons of our past. And for those reasons alone, I think it deserves its place as one of Clint Eastwood's more memorable directorial efforts.
Absolutely, Tim. Gran Torino is a powerful film that will leave a lasting impact on anyone who watches it. Its themes are timely and relevant, and its storytelling is top-notch. I personally found it to be an incredibly moving experience, one that left me reflecting on the characters and their journeys long after the credits had rolled. So, while we may have our differences in terms of how much we enjoyed the film, there's no denying its importance and its ability to stir up strong emotions in those who watch it.
Well, said Tom. Now let's talk about something lighter, the music in Gran Torino. The film features a fantastic score composed by Clint Eastwood himself and Kyle Eastwood, which perfectly captures the gritty, melancholic atmosphere of Walt's neighborhood. There are also some great period-appropriate tunes sprinkled throughout the movie, adding an extra layer of authenticity to the story. One particular song that stood out to me was Jamie Cullum and Clint Eastwood's version of Gran Torino, which serves as both the film's theme song and its title. The track has a jaunty, old-timey feel to it that mirrors Walt's love for his classic car and his nostalgia for days gone by. It's also fitting because it represents the transformation that both Walt and his community undergo throughout the course of the film.
I couldn't agree more, Tim. The music in Gran Torino really does play an important role in setting the tone and atmosphere of the story. The score itself is hauntingly beautiful, with its use of strings and horns creating a sense of both nostalgia and unease that perfectly reflects Walt's internal struggle throughout the film. As for the period, appropriate tunes you mentioned, they're a nice touch that really helped to ground the story in its time period. It's always interesting to see how music can be used as a reflection of society's mood or attitudes during certain periods in history. And in Gran Torino, those choices are spot on. Now, let's talk about Jamie Cullum and Clint Eastwood's version of Gran Torino for a moment. I think it's such a clever choice to have them collaborate on the theme song because both artists bring their own unique spin to it. The end result is this delightful blend of jazz and country influences that really captures the essence of Walt's character and his journey throughout the film.
Absolutely, Tom. The collaboration between Jamie Cullum and Clint Eastwood on Gran Torino was simply brilliant. They managed to create a song that is both catchy and emotive, with lyrics like, "It's just an old car, but it gets me where I need to go," which resonate deeply with Walt's character arc. The playful banter between Cullum's vocals and Eastwood's growl adds another layer of charm to the already charismatic track. In conclusion, Gran Torino's soundtrack is yet another example of Clint Eastwood's exceptional talent as a filmmaker, from the haunting score to the period, appropriate tunes, and the iconic theme song. Every musical choice serves to enhance the overall viewing experience. It's clear that Eastwood knows how to use music effectively in his films, and Gran Torino is no exception.
Absolutely, Tim. The collaboration between Jamie Cullum and Clint Eastwood on Gran Torino was simply brilliant. They managed to create a song that is both catchy and emotive, with lyrics like "It's just an old car, but it gets me where I need to go," which resonate deeply with Walt's character arc. The playful banter between Cullum's vocals and Eastwood's growl adds another layer of charm to the already charismatic track. In conclusion, Gran Torino's soundtrack is yet another example of Clint Eastwood's exceptional talent as a filmmaker. From the haunting score to the period, appropriate tunes, and the iconic theme song, every musical choice serves to enhance the overall viewing experience. It's clear that Eastwood knows how to use music effectively in his films, and Gran Torino is no exception.
Well, said Tom, now let's talk about the actors themselves. Clint Eastwood's performance as Walt Kowalski was simply outstanding. He managed to capture both the gritty toughness of the character as his vulnerable side with remarkable depth and nuance. It's no wonder he received critical acclaim for this role. His co-stars, especially Bivang and Agni, as Thea and Sulor, also delivered strong performances that added layers to their characters and helped drive the story forward.
Absolutely. Clint Eastwood's portrayal of Walt Kowalski is nothing short of iconic. He brought a sense of weariness and world weariness to the character, but also managed to infuse him with moments of unexpected warmth and humanity. The chemistry between him and his young co-stars was also quite remarkable. You could really feel their growing bond as the story progressed, and Agni Hir's performance as Sulor was particularly moving. Her ability to convey both strength and vulnerability made her character incredibly relatable and endearing to audiences.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. The casting of Gran Torino was truly spot on. Each actor brought something unique to their role, which helped to create a rich tapestry of characters that felt authentic and genuine throughout the film. It was clear that Clint Eastwood knew how to draw outstanding performances from his cast members, something he's become quite renowned for in his illustrious career as a filmmaker.
Definitely. And it wasn't just the lead actors who shone through in this film. Even the supporting cast members played their roles with great skill and conviction. From Walt's neighbor, Theo Van Loor, played by Chi Thihar, to his friend and confidant Eddie, portrayed by Brian Haley, each character added something vital to the overall narrative of Gran Torino. It's a testament to Clint Eastwood's direction and vision that he was able to elicit such powerful performances from every member of his talented ensemble cast.
Absolutely. The attention to detail in casting these roles was truly remarkable. From the physical appearances of the actors to their accents and mannerisms, everything felt incredibly authentic, which added greatly to our immersion in this gritty, yet ultimately uplifting tale. It's no wonder Gran Torino continues to be celebrated as one of Clint Eastwood's finest achievements, both as an actor and a director.
Indeed, Tim. And while we could spend all day discussing the wonderful performances in this film, let's not forget that it was Clint Eastwood himself who brought Walt Kowalski to life on screen. His ability to balance humor, drama, and action, while also tackling sensitive topics like prejudice and racism, is nothing short of remarkable. It's clear that he put his heart and soul into this project, and the end result speaks for itself. Gran Torino is a powerful, poignant film that resonates with audiences long after the credits have rolled.
Now, Tom, I have to say I was quite impressed by Clint Eastwood's direction in Gran Torino. His ability to balance humor and drama was masterful, as we've discussed earlier. The way he handled the emotional beats of the story was particularly noteworthy. There were moments where you couldn't help but laugh at Walt's antics, only for those laughs to turn into tears later on. It's a testament to Eastwood's skill as a director that he could evoke such strong emotions from his audience in this way.
Absolutely. The pacing of the film was also spot on. It never felt rushed or dragged out, which allowed us to fully immerse ourselves in Walt's world and get to know both him and the other characters on a deeper level. And I think Eastwood's decision to shoot the film primarily from a close-up perspective really added to this immersive experience. It made us feel like we were right there with Walt throughout his journey, experiencing everything alongside him.
That's true, Tom. The close-ups did add an intimacy to the storytelling that helped draw viewers into Walt's world. They also allowed for some powerful character moments, particularly during those emotional beats we discussed earlier. And I have to say I was quite surprised by how well Eastwood handled the action sequences in this film. They were tense and thrilling without feeling over the top or gratuitous. It's yet another example of his versatility as a director.
Absolutely. The action scenes were indeed very well done. They served their purpose in moving the story forward while also highlighting Walt's evolving character arc. And I think it's worth mentioning how effectively Eastwood used music and cinematography to enhance these scenes. The score, which we've discussed earlier, did an amazing job of amping up the tension during the action sequences, while the carefully composed shots added depth and drama to each scene. It was a true collaboration between all aspects of filmmaking, which resulted in a cohesive and engaging viewing experience for audiences.
I couldn't agree more, Tom. The attention to detail in every aspect of Gran Torino's production was truly impressive, from the script to the direction, from the acting performances to the cinematography and music. Everything came together seamlessly to create a film that is both entertaining and thought-provoking. And while it may not have been a box office smash when it first released, I believe that Gran Torino has rightfully earned its place in cinematic history as one of Clint Eastwood's finest achievements.
Definitely. The fact that this was Eastwood's last film before he stepped back from directing only adds to its legacy. It serves as a fitting swan song for an incredibly talented director, actor, and all-around legend in the industry. And I think it also sends a powerful message about the importance of telling diverse stories that challenge our preconceptions and promote understanding between different cultures.
Well, said Tom, Gran Torino is indeed a testament to Clint Eastwood's incredible talent as a filmmaker, as well as his ability to tell important stories that resonate with audiences around the world. It's a film that will continue to be celebrated for years to come, and rightfully so.
Absolutely. The impact of Gran Torino on pop culture cannot be understated. Its storytelling is still relevant today, even though it was released more than a decade ago. And I believe that says something about the power of Clint's filmmaking and writing. Absolutely. The impact of Gran Torino on pop culture cannot be understated. Its storytelling is still relevant today, even though it was released more than a decade ago. And I believe that says something about the power of Clint's filmmaking and writing.
Yes, Tom. It's clear that Gran Torino struck a chord with audiences around the world when it was first released back in 2008. The themes of cultural assimilation, prejudice, and redemption are timeless, and Clint Eastwood's deft handling of these topics resonated deeply with many viewers. I think one of the reasons why this film has had such a lasting impact is because it forces us to confront our own biases and stereotypes head on. It challenges us to question our assumptions about other people and cultures, and encourages us to see beyond the surface, level differences that so often divide us.
I completely agree with you there, Tim. Gran Torino serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of empathy, understanding, and communication in today's increasingly diverse world. By tackling sensitive topics like racism and prejudice head-on, Eastwood forces us to confront our own biases and encourages us to engage in meaningful conversations about these issues. And I think that's something we could all benefit from in the current socio-political climate.
Absolutely. Gran Torino is a film that transcends generational divides, cultural barriers, and even national borders. Its themes of redemption and self-discovery are universal, and its exploration of complex characters grappling with their own prejudices and insecurities resonates deeply with audiences from all walks of life. It's a testament to Clint Eastwood's skill as both a filmmaker and an actor that he was able to create such an enduring, impactful work of art.
Indeed, Tim. And I think it's also worth mentioning the cultural significance of Gran Torino within the context of Clint Eastwood's own career. This film marked something of a departure from his previous works, both in terms of its themes and its storytelling style. It showed that even at an advanced age, he was still capable of evolving as an artist and tackling new challenges head-on. And for that alone, I believe Gran Torino deserves a place among the pantheon of great American films.
Well, said Tom, Gran Torino truly is a remarkable film that manages to balance humor, drama, and social commentary with ease. Its cultural impact cannot be overstated as it continues to inspire conversations about identity, prejudice, and redemption around the world. It's a testament to Clint Eastwood's skill as both a filmmaker and an actor that he was able to create such a powerful, enduring work of AM art.
Absolutely. Gran Torino will undoubtedly continue to be discussed, analyzed, and celebrated for years to come. It's a film that has left an indelible mark on popular culture, and one that serves as a reminder of the importance of empathy, understanding, and self-reflection in our increasingly diverse world.
Well, said Tom, Gran Torino is indeed an exceptional film that continues to inspire and captivate audiences around the world. Its themes of redemption, self-discovery, and cultural understanding resonate deeply with viewers from all walks of life. And as we wrap up our discussion about this incredible work of art, I think it's important to remember the words of Clint Eastwood himself. A man's got to know his limitations.
Absolutely. And in closing, I just want to say how much we appreciate all of your comments and feedback on our discussion. It's clear that Gran Torino has touched many hearts and minds out there, and it's been an honor for us to share our thoughts and insights on this amazing film. So please don't hesitate to leave more comments below. Subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. And remember, a man with no regrets is a happy man.
Well said, Tom. And before we sign off for today, let me just remind everyone how important it is to support the arts by watching and discussing films like Gran Torino. So if you haven't seen it yet, I highly recommend giving it a watch. You won't be disappointed. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Leave us a comment with your thoughts on the film. And remember, if you want to keep getting older, then live like you're 60 instead of acting like it. Thanks for joining us today on our Gran Torino podcast, and we'll see you next time